Oh yeah. Ay. When you need a hand and you don't know why, just know that I'll be there. When the road is long and you feel so tired.
Oh yeah! Hi there, YouTube, YouTubers, YouTubies, however that all works out. John Reagan with E-Powersport here today, and we are an official Himiway dealer and repair shop. So, yes, my garage is the garage shop. Yes, I can repair your Himiway bikes. We also are waiting on terms for a new location, so we'll be able to do that in our new retail spot as well. But today, I actually got, well, yesterday, you saw the video on the channel, I actually got two new bikes in from Himiway. We got the Escape, which has been around for about a year or so now. Little moped style with front and rear shocks. Mag wheels, which is really nice heavy wheels. And then we got the Himiway, the newer Himiway Zebra step through, which you've probably seen online right now. There's been quite a few reviews on it and stuff, and so yeah, we're just getting those in. Sorry, I've been having to pull my pants. It's so hot here and sweaty. I'm losing all kinds of weight. Even just working in the garage, that's 5 pounds. So comes in a pretty solid box, I have to say. It shows a picture of the basket on the front, but I don't think it comes with a basket. I'll see. If I remember correctly, that is a separate order accessory. But looking at Himiway's accessory prices, they're not bad. I mean, they're really reasonable. They're not really like trying to charge you $200 for a basket or anything like that. So, yeah, I didn't see any real issue with them. We'll be offering those as well. So, man, I might have to come grab the camera so you guys can see this. This is actually not badly packaged. I gotta say, it looks pretty good. So when you open a box, you know that new car smell? I get new wood smell, like actual wood, like trees, smell off of this one. So, that's interesting, because it does have a little wood rack thing there for the bike. So I'm gonna actually go ahead, and since this is our demo, and everything looks good. Everything was pretty cleanly packaged in here. There is no direct visible damage. Yeah, I would say this is no problem to take out. So I want to actually cut this box open and just make it easier on myself, everybody else with the videoing. So I have to get you up and close. You'll actually just be able to see it pop right out of the box here in a second. Well, probably a minute. Take me a minute. Cut that box down. Sharp blades. That's the. I would say for e-bike dealers, probably our two biggest like tool friends. A good sharp blade and zip ties. Man, do I love some zip ties. Let's see here. Oh man. Boom. Oh, that's a nice little fork. Alright. Fork this in there good. That is a very nice little protective tree. Looks like it broke. That's normal. It's a lot of weight. This bike has a lot of weight to it. It is a 90-pound bike, I believe. So it comes in pretty heavy, right? Don't be surprised with some of the things like in the box. The box is crushed. I mean, obviously because it moved, but it's not going to really affect anything in here. Looks like the zip ties and foam are in good spots. So it looks like that'll be. I'm going to use the Zebra for now. All right. See, swag, man. That's where it's all about. So I'm sweating like crazy. We're gonna break this bad boy trucker hat in. The snap back cap. All right. Probably does not look good on me, but we'll see. Tighter. So I have my own tools and stuff, but obviously, you know, if you're getting this shipped to you from us or from Himiway, You're gonna get a Rock Bros multi-tool. It's a pretty nice little multi-tool, nice smooth action on that. In here we also have, wow, that is one heck of a headlight. I mean, headlamp, I'll give them that. That is a very nice double light lens. That's pretty sweet. Pedals, and a, I guess, probably 2 or 3 amp charger. So, 2 or 3 amps. So we get out of the home. Yeah, 2.0. So it's a 2 amp charger. It's a 17.5 amp hour battery, I believe. If I remember our specs correctly here. Oh, sorry, 14 amp hour. Ooh, that's why it doesn't go quite as far. There are extra batteries available. I will mention that. So, and this thing has nice little carry capacity, ability to put pannier bags down over that, and yeah, you can actually be just packing around a second battery, go as far as you want, really. So interesting. I'll take a look at that. Let's get this thing out though. Let's start pulling it out of here. See what's up. That's a big phone. I was hit in the head recently, and protection is important. So it is. I can't stress enough how much you should wear your helmet for sure. Especially now, I'm like, I need to get a different helmet, one that's probably a little more appropriate for. Where are my snips? On my blade, and I grab the snips. And I put them, shift them over here, where I'll be using them. That one's smart. Oh, hey, I did. So, find that one. So yeah, I'm actually kind of curious about this bike because I know that this style does tend to appeal to more people. So a lot of people like the moped style bike. They really enjoy. I'm not gonna be able to use the rack for that, am I? Nope. No way to use the rack. So we will do this old school. I'll get this all unwrapped, and then I'm gonna flip it over, or get the handlebars on, and I'll flip it over. Things like that. Let's start with that actually. I'll do that one. Just protect the screen so I can get. All right. So, take this first out. The wheel's in here too. It looks like it is strapped on here. Bring it out like that. And okay, handlebars. Hold on to those. I should have waited to snip them. I always like to fall. Do it what I like to call the right way. Put it down here. In front, we got interesting. Yeah, a couple snips there. Those. Get this wheel off. So. Remember, if you use your snips, try to make sure you're not going to cut any wires. It's an e-bike. Cutting wires is bad. I won't cut any wires. Cutting wires is bad. Is that the actual axle? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So axle. There. Well, at least they're using a real axle and not just a general bolt. So that's always nice to see. That's nice. So it's not quick release, though I will say I do like the reflective little stripe on there. That's nice. Tektro 180 disc brakes, which is pretty cool. See here, nice little plastic fender. Those of you know me though, no, I don't like fenders. I like to be a dirty boy. But yeah, it's people pay money for that, so why to get doused in mud? So why would I deny myself all that fun? Let's see what else we got here. Oh, nice. That's smart. Hold that in place. I have to say a lot of times you see just a lot of haphazard packaging on these things. I'm actually tape, believe it or not. But this this is pretty intentional, I have to say, like where they put everything. That tape is really tough. It's real like stretchy on the top. Easily, see, basket. So I don't see a basket in here, so that would be, whoops, that would be an add-on accessory you get. Provide for you. I think they're, don't quote me, but they're like $50 or something, 40, $50. Not bad really either when you start looking at those kinds of accessories and prices. So yeah, I mean, overall it looks good. I mean, put the handlebars on here real quick, grab my multi-tool, came with it, and yeah. Play music for you, but you know, that always causes, what I'll probably do is just speed this up, because most people will pretty much know how to do this already. Yeah, so I'm using the, in case you really need to know, where's this one? The 4mm for these head bolts. So, head screws, head bolts. Next one good already. Pull that stuff off. That looks enough. Either I didn't get it loose enough, or my fingers are just that sweaty right now. One or the other. A little bit of both. It's a little too snug, especially for my sweaty fingers. So yeah, I'm a little excited with this one. I think something tells me that, especially for my daughter, who seems to be more interested in the motorcycles that we have, right? So when I pull these ones out, she's like, ooh, you know, and I don't blame her. They're pretty sweet. But I think for a lot of people that have that motorized mentality about these things, seeing something like this is going to be probably just a little more interesting for them. I think that it kind of fills that space and that mindset of, you know, a moped or, you know, a light duty motorcycle. And so in that way, for those people, right, I think this becomes a really just ideal solution. Man, how would I want to ride this thing? Yeah, probably more upright. You think? Upright? Lean back, like all, or maybe you ride it like back in the day. Like it's a fast one. That's what I should do. I should lean it forward like this. And then that way we'd be going, what are you doing, like 15? So, I'm joking. The bike will actually do 20 miles an hour. 25, 28. So it's not bad. I mean, it's got a lot of juice. Not to call out another bike company or anything. You know, it's got a decent amount of juice, you might say. I'll get these screwed in here. Come on, just straight up. So I like to do hand checking the start usually. I just I grew up old school, you know. Start with the hand tight, so you're less likely to cross thread it. And then, whew. See, this one being there we go. As you can see, it's not that hard once you, it'd be easier if I had somebody to just hold this thing in place for sure. And the ridges really give you an idea of where you're putting this thing, really. So, that works really easy. Oh, I spoke too soon. Leave these other ones in. So I keep kicking the axle around. Oh wow, that's a little catch. So it looks like the display, because it's on the handlebars, you know, it's not initially plugged in, which makes sense, right? You know, it's gonna bend and this is not really aligned, so you don't have that plugged in, so it can swing around, it would be an issue. So there's that. You will need to plug in that plug, but I don't think that's really big. Wow, my fingers are so sweaty. I cannot even, like, how do people work in Louisiana, man? This is crazy. Just the overall amount of humidity in the air right now is so crazy to me. Having lived here for so long, they're actually saying that the monsoon we're having right now here in Las Vegas is like a 10-year kind of occurrence, like nothing we've ever seen in the last 10 years. So yeah, I will agree. It's hot, humid, and the humidity does not make it fun. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how people do it, like Louisiana and stuff. I'm not from necessarily a hot state. I did grow up on Guam, so that is a very tropical environment. I also grew up in Seattle area up in Washington. So for me for now, just to test, just if it's necessary. I'm sure I'll probably be moving them around here in a minute. And then, yeah, so I mean that's, you know, some of those places are pretty humid. Guam's a tropical island, it's pretty humid. Washington State is a temperate area, so it is also fairly humid. Which is an understatement. One of the reasons we moved out of Washington was because it was so freaking humid. It's just like this, I just sweat and sweat and sweat. And end up needing a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes. So remember that. It's all this humidity and stuff. Really get your electrolytes in. So, all right, so I've got that on. The handlebar is pretty solid. I'm going to tuck the Himiway display. I would recommend if you're gonna flip it over to do the same, you do the same thing, right? Tuck that display under, bring it back this way. Look which way the wire from the throttle going into this is going, right? The controller or whatever is going into this. Just make sure you check that so you don't flip the display over and break your display, right? Because the display sticks up farther, so it's very possible you could bust that. Over here, hard really. See? And if you notice, I just have to put it in the right area so that it takes advantage of all the foam that I've been pulling off the bike as well. So just keep those kinds of things in mind, you know, if you're doing it. Make sure you don't mess up your paint job or anything. So we've got the battery in here. I'm sure that knowing Himiway, or not Himiway, but knowing how much by the book Himiway tends to be, there might not be much of a charge in these batteries. So we might need to do a pause, say, hey, that's the assembly video, charge it up and come back and do a ride video separately. And that's fine. That's a nice little shock. That's actually pretty cool. Nice. I like it. It's got a little bit of the pretty, as I like to call it. I mean, you could just have a plain old black little cap here, but it's got a nice red, kind of iridescent-y cap. Is that actually a word? Can I use that word? Iridescent-y? So, let's see. I don't know if it's gonna have big enough. Yeah, so it's not gonna have a big enough socket on here to take out what you're gonna find for the axle, but that's good because you gotta put this one on anyway. So yeah, that's hard. It's gonna be, you know, the right size. What you need there, and grab stuff here. Should have just grabbed it. Of course. That's probably the one I need. Alright, I think that's 12. I think that is the one I need. 15. Oh, 15 might work. Ooh, actually bigger. How about this one? That's the other thing I noticed too. Sometimes the one on here isn't the same size as the one on your axle. So if 15 is too small, I'm looking for probably a 15. Let me get it right. Oh, 13. Yeah, I just got new glasses too, go figure. So 13's wrong, 15's a little big, we're gonna go with a 14. Foul show. 14. Where'd you go? 12. Yeah, I really need to get one of those pegboards set up. Stuff. I just do so much with these. 11. Of course, it's fun like this. This is like a little mini treasure hunt in the middle of your day. And then when you find the one you're looking for, you're like, yeah, all right, I got it. You know, and it's, oh, there it is. See? Yeah, all right, I got it. That's even better. Oh, interesting. 14 doesn't fit this one. 15 does. See? So there we go right there. Just like I said, the one on the bike is bigger than the one you need for the axle. So, or smaller, I should say. So there's a 14 to take it off, 15 to put one on. Things like that you got to pay attention to when you're doing these. So, especially if this is why I usually will bring a whole need a 15, 14 wrench. When you have 15 wrench too. Definitely was not thinking there, was I? Let's see, 14. Yeah. So, let's see here. 14. It doesn't actually, it's like right there anyway. There we go. That one's out. Now we need 15. Whoops. Oh, that way does it. Okay, so now when you're putting the axle on, what you need to really watch out for are the washers and the spacers. Okay, so in putting this on, you'll see that there's going to be a larger gap available on the side that does not have the disc. Okay, the disc side is where the short spacer is going to go. The non-disc side is where the long spacer is going to go. So I'll show you right here. You guys can still see. I'll just take one side off here. You don't have to undo both sides. At least you shouldn't have to. But see, short side, short spacer, screw, and I keep the nut right here on this side. So when it goes in, right? Oh, sorry, that's not right. Your washer needs to go to the side of the bolt of the bearing. If you don't put the washer at the side of the bearing, it's not going to spin. I'll show you what I mean. Well, actually, I won't show you what I mean there, but put the washer in, then your spacer, then your lock nut. Okay. Some people do the other way, spacer, washer, lock nut. I think this makes more sense because you want your spacer, your washer, to be up against the bearing. Otherwise, it's not going to spin. Now, where you put the spacer at that point, I mean, that's really up to you, right? So that, like, if I put this spacer in here and I tighten it down too tight, it'll actually lock this in place and it won't spin. So I actually experienced that a few times on a couple of different bikes, and they were set up different ways. So you want to just kind of get that screwed on, and then you can pretty much just drop it right in here. These flange nuts will work to set inside of this gap that's in here on the fork. So I'll show you in here. Well, probably not as close up as I should show you what I mean. But and this is actually pretty common. Find that sometimes the spacer, right, stuff isn't exactly lined up right. This one, it's pretty good. We do that with it, but then we're still bringing on the brake pad correctly. Yep. And then we can try it that way. And I've heard of this too, that the alignment of the axle and the fork aren't quite so great. So let's try some here. Maybe this one. Maybe they designed it that way. Let's find out. Because, yeah, that shouldn't quite be like that. Let's find out. I think it's just the fork. So I heard about this. I read that some of these, the fork isn't quite. There we go. Oops. Nope. Oh, it isn't quite aligned. So let's try this. Shoot. Yeah, that's interesting. So let's take the washer off then, I guess. Huh. That fits. And that's a little suspect in my mind, for the most part, but. Okay. So I was able to get the wheel to drop in. Actually, the brake was stuck, so remember to watch the housing cable here. If it gets pulled out too far, it'll pull the brake. So the brake's in there now, wheel's in there now. It's rubbing a little bit, needs to be adjusted a bit, but nothing out of the ordinary really. This is screwing in nicely. I've got to tighten it up, but I'll do that now. So, yeah, so the GoPro shut off already, so I won't be surprised if it does it again. What I am surprised about is that this is not going in. So this one's going in just fine. This one isn't for some reason. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's barely even holding on. Okay. Wait, wait. Came off just fine. Hey, I'm not too keen on that actually. I'm gonna undo this one. Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, see, that was barely on there. I don't like that. So let's see. Is it the nut? Maybe? Okay, well maybe they just need to be on each of their respective sides. So keep that in mind. If it seems like it's not working correctly, might need to just try them on the other side. Seems like that wouldn't, be an issue, but you never know. You never know. Okay. Hey. That's gonna be down. Okay. Look down in all the way. Okay. So that probably just needs some adjustment. Sometimes, like it's. My interesting thing is, it does appear that the. Okay, so the GoPro keeps shutting down. I'm to the part where I'm putting the pedals on and stuff already. I'm just gonna go ahead and charge it up. Yeah, wrong. Go ahead and charge it up and get it out on a ride video. But otherwise, it looks pretty solid. Everything came with it well. Everything's going on real easy. Front tire was a little tricky, but nothing out of the ordinary really. Just figuring out the bushing, washer, nut arrangement. That's what it comes down to. Like I said, probably need a little adjustment, some brake adjustment. Seems like it's in order. 14s are 15. Ooh, these are 15. Right here. So, let's go ahead and just finish this up on the demo and probably stop it here, since really all I'm doing now is the headlight and the fender, and just unwrapping the rest of it. It's pretty much it. It's pretty much done. It really takes like 15-20 minutes, if that, to assemble. Man, it's heavy. It's a heavy one, I will say. Let's see. Let me just. Ooh. Wish I wasn't so sweaty on those nice leather grips. I don't know the best way to take this stuff off. Want that. And right is rear, US. Okay, wow. Alright, heavy. Whew, alright. So there it is. Not quite complete, but for the most part, ready to go. I would say, man, it is an ordeal. I don't know how many people, like, in humid places do it. It is so crazy hot here in Nevada right now. I'm just losing my mind. See, got a little triple holder there. Yeah, I'm leaving sweaty marks. Oh, that's a cute little bell. Nice. All right. So I think this one does require the key to start. So let me go ahead and get my stuff out of my pockets. There is our display for the Himiway. And I hope that's supposed to be like that. We'll see. Hoping it's not a busted display. Oh no, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, good. That's for a split second when you see it, you might think the bottom part, especially with the LCD, is busted. It's not. It's actually supposed to be dark like that. So yeah, so it's on. 0.3 miles tested. It looks like normal for these. Looks like it did come with most full battery. It goes up. Nice. And there's all kinds of stuff online too that you'll find that talks about how to adjust the settings and things. We do recommend that unless you know what you're doing as far as like voiding your warranty goes, that you do just kind of roll with the stock settings. If you're okay with the whole, I'm a DIY person, Wow, and oh my goodness, it is so hot in here. I'm losing water weight for sure. I'm definitely not going to be over any water weight. Everything's on. The brakes could use a little adjustment. Bell rings. Everything's set up on here. I'm going to take it for a little ride around the block and just see. I mean, see what the big deal is about moped style bikes. Look at that. Rolls right over. I mean, woo, good tight brakes right out the box. Step over, so it's really nice. Else this level 1. I'm just gonna check it out. You know. Yeah. Not bad at all, actually. Very, very responsive, very peppy for being a heavy bike. I mean, I actually expected it to be kind of more, maybe that's it, I wasn't expecting it to be like a super duper accelerator, but it gets up and goes. Like, that little bell's important. I haven't done any adjustments to the settings. Of course, doing that does void your general warranty, right? If you want to keep your warranty, you need to leave it stock as it comes from the factory. We are about DIY and right to repair, so we do understand that some people are totally fine with not having a warranty as long as they know they can get the help they need to fix it. And so that's what we're here for. So we would prefer you go with the warranty. I didn't get a chance to really test the shocks. They feel a little, the back ones, you know, almost feel a little stiff for the weight. I will say the brakes are good. I would like hydraulics, and just so you get that stopping power that you would get from hydraulics. You know, you could really lock these tires up. Pedaling's nice. It's not quite as uncomfortable as I thought. I could definitely see where over long periods maybe that could be an issue. But overall, a very nice bike. I like the feel. It's set up very upright, you know, and definitely if you had a nice little helmet on and some goggles, you know, maybe you do the little thing to unlock it. You know, I don't recommend it. Obviously, as a shop, we would prefer you leave it stock so we know how things work. But it's your bike. You do what you need to do with it. But yeah, it's nice, quick, peppy, nice and solid, good balance. I mean, to get it rolling, I could probably ride it. Good bike. So yeah, we've got one. We'll make sure it's all charged up, and get a basket or two for it. Basket, some bags, and yeah, you can check it out. That is the Escape Pro. Went together pretty quick, about 20 minutes. Yeah, other than that, everything goes right on. So I'll be putting this on, putting the light on. It does have a tail light, which you guys can't really see from over there, but it is the, when you pull it, it not only brakes, but it brakes and flashes. So that's actually what you want. It's just a little LED over the reflector, but it'll be enough that at night it'll be seen. It's because it's using the rear reflector to distribute the light more, so you'll actually be seen pretty well. You know, I think I might give this a charge up and maybe take it down to my buddy's place and see. Looks like even though these are pretty standard coilovers, there may be a spot here for adjustment. So maybe you could do something there. If you find it rides too soft and you want it tighter. Like I said, the brakes aren't bad. They're actually about what I would expect for, you know, Tektro mechanical brakes. 180, it's got about the right amount of stopping power. I think it could be a little better maybe if there's cardboard handle circle got stuck in here. Oh, look at that. Probably a little better if they're hydraulic. And other than that, I mean, really just first impression wise, it's pretty awesome. Super easy to put together. Really quick out of the box. Charge it up and go have fun. I mean, if you pedal this thing and use the gears right, you probably could get like 40 or 50 miles out of a charge. And if you get a quick charger, keep in mind that will it will increase wear and tear on your battery to use a quick charger. But if you get a quick charger, you'll be able to charge this in no time. Less than 2 hours for most of them. Even if you get a 5 hour or 5 amp quick charger, you'll be able, versus the 2 amp that comes with it, you'll be able to charge it that much quicker, you know, 2.5 times quicker. So yeah, so 14 amp hour battery, 2 amp hour charger, gonna be about 7 hours to charge it. If you get the 5 or a 10 amp charger, I would only use it when necessary, and then for your normal charging, I would use the regular trickle or slow charger that comes with it, because that's going to keep the battery lasting longer. Again, fast charging on these, you really are going to start eating the battery life up, so it's better to just use that as necessary a few times a week if you have to get by in your commutes and stuff, and then do your normal 7-8 hour kind of overnight battery charging. But yeah, I think I'm missing a little burrow. Yeah, it's no little burrow, but it'll do for a minute, you know, until we get the new one in. Definitely like the moped. A lot of fun. So see how it works as far as comfort and just getting around town. But yeah, Himiway Escape Pro. We sell these online. We also support them. So yeah, check them out. Check us out. Bye.
Know that I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there, I'll be there.